Hello everyone, this is One of an Empty Food Review. Boy, am I hungry. It's time to refuel. Yeah, you haven't heard me say that one in a while, have you? If you listen to my VORW, I said, I'm going to say that the next review. Here it is. Boy, am I hungry. It's time to refuel. I don't know when the last time I said that one was. Must have been a while, maybe upwards of 6 months, but that's how we started off this show, and that's how we'll keep it. Well, that's not how we'll keep it. I haven't said that in 6 months, so clearly I'm wrong there, but hair's looking spiffy. Pizza review. Today's review is for DiGiorno Cheese Stuffed Crust with pepperoni. Not delivery, it's DiGiorno. Well, good. I hope it is. Never seen a DiGiorno pizza get delivered in real life. Maybe it has happened before. But, just to clear something up at the beginning of this. If you've been watching my reviews for a while, you know I actually already reviewed the cheese stuffed crust one. But it was actually their personal pizza. And let's face it, it's not a real pizza. A real pizza. Sure, it is a pizza, but it's only the size of this plate. And things may vary. So now we're reviewing the actual full-sized, true, let's say, cheese stuffed crust pizza. Once again, with pepperoni made with pork, chicken, beef, and probably some other mystery meat. Preservative-free crust. Let's look at the back here. DiGiorno cheese stuffed crust. The irresistible combination of our rising crust, stuffed with mouth-watering cheese, and loaded with big, juicy toppings. Enjoy the perfect amount of cheese in every bite. Yeah, perfect amount. No, it's pepperoni. I can't say it's as succulent as they make it sound to be, but it's not delivery. It's DiGiorno, right? Remember, kids, preheat and bake at 400 degrees. If you want to cook it. Keep pizza frozen while preheating. Remove pizza from box, freshness wrap, and cardboard. Well, we removed it from the box and the freshness wrap, and there wasn't any cardboard here, so I hope there isn't like some sort of glitch and the cardboard's actually between the dough and the cheese and toppings. So if we do, this is automatically getting a 0, okay? If I end up biting into cardboard here, it's getting a 0 out of 10. I'm just saying that right now. Place the pizza on the center rack and bake for 18 to 20 minutes. We baked it for 19. Well, that actually skimmed the computer screen there. One day I'm going to knock that monitor over with the stupid pizza box, and was it really worth it? Sure was. So this is their stuffed crust pizza. I thought it was copyright of like a Pizza Hut or something, but I guess not. It's DiGiorno. It's not delivery. It's DiGiorno. So it looks alright. Nothing I could really say about this. So let's just eat. That awkward silence when I just sit there eating the slice of pizza and nothing's going on. I feel you, but oh well. I'm not going to entertain you while I do this. I don't know what with. Could, I guess, play around with the water. Alright, well, this has a huge crust. I'm already finished with the pizza. It's a very weird looking pizza. Like, it's pretty much, I don't think you could really profile it here. When I pulled it out, the crust was like giant. It was all puffed up and, of course, rising crust. But then the pizza was actually like thin crust. It was so weird to see. This thin crust pizza and then this huge towering crust. And a giant crust, too, so let's eat the crust now. And we'll talk about the whole thing. Crust is very doughy. I just reached the cheese. Took all those bites. Think we could get this in one bite? Absolutely not. Hard day's work right there. We actually do have some napkins. We have a booklet of napkins right there on the computer. What are we gonna do with this now? You want me to try to get that in the garbage? No, of course not. Alright, people, so what does this pizza taste like exactly? You know, it's actually a little better than I expected it to be. Maybe it's because it's not delivery, it's DiGiorno. But it was actually a little better than I expected. What I was worried, sometimes, you know, the cheese has the ability to sometimes string when you eat it, and then you got these big strings of cheese, and I don't like that. And the cheese did not do that this time. It's a very greasy pizza, though. Not too much sauce, really, not heavy on the sauce at all. The cheese is actually a little salty. Now, that's actually a quality I don't mind. The pepperoni, what pepperoni was that there was a little on the spicy side, but it really wasn't bad at all. You know, you saw I took a big gulp of water after that. So the pizza itself, the pizza part of that, which is only probably half the slice, the other half is this big, huge crust. The pizza part of the slice is actually alright. Now the crust. I don't know if this is the right word to describe it, but it's a bit frivolous. It's a bit over the top. It's overdone. It's excessive. The crust takes up 50% of the slice, at least. You know? The crust itself is huge. It's just this giant mountain of dough. That's all it is. It's very, very doughy. At least 50% of this so-called crust is just dough. It's dough. You know, that's all it is. Finally, the last 25% of it is the actual cheese that's in the crust. And I'm really not disappointed by the cheese that's in there. You know, screen went dark on me. But I'm really not disappointed from the cheese that's in there. Truly, you know, I was worried there'd be this minuscule amount in there that you couldn't even taste, and you worked all your way up the pizza slice for nothing, right? Your hard work is for naught. That is not the case. There's actually a good deal of cheese in there, and the cheese itself obviously differs from the cheese that's on the pizza. You know, it has more of a bland flavoring, but it's definitely there, and it definitely does have a different flavor, so it is distinguishable from the crust, which is what I was hoping for. Now, price-wise, it's once again a little on the higher priced end because of all that cheese they had to put into the crust and all the dough they had to use to make this crust extra puffy, right, for your enjoyment. You know, so you could find this at stores anywhere between, on the lower end, maybe $8 or $7, and on the higher end, up to $12, I've heard. So definitely does vary in price from place to place, but definitely a little more expensive in the pizza world. This is my meal here. It's 11:55 p.m. Approaching the midnight hour. So I guess it's better than 5 a.m. eating the pizza. So out of 10, what are we going to rate this? I mean, aside from the price, and aside from all that extra useless dough on the crust, it was fine otherwise. So it's definitely not as good as the Pizza Hut stuffed crust pizza, which I will compare it to because they brag it's not delivery, it's DiGiorno. Yeah, so they're trying to say, you know, it's as good as the big names, you know, the actual pizza places. And this definitely does not compare in the least to Pizza Hut's stuffed crust pizza. With that being said, and factoring in everything else, I'm going to have to give this a 7.8 out of 10. Almost around the 8 range. Just a few things, you know, the price and also all the useless dough there. You know, it could be a little much for some. So with that being said, I think that's a worthy rating. These are just how you figure this out. It's Just a regular napkin. No product placements from Domino's. Not really product placement. It's just free advertising. So none of that this time around. I think we're good. I think we are good. Alright, everyone. This is the report of the week here, and today we reviewed DiGiorno Cheese Stuffed Crust Pizza with pepperoni. And, it was an overall pizza. It was overall good. Just a few qualities. Just a few qualities that detracted slightly from it. But overall, it's a good pizza. That being said, thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen. This is the report of the week here, and this is Running on Empty Food Review. Take care, and I will see you later. Adios, viewers. 11 minutes of your time wasted. Now the camera's not shutting off.